All right, we've made that second dough and we've put it in a bowl to let it rise for just a few minutes. And while it's rising, we're gonna make the filling. Now the fillings for king cakes generally start with cream cheese. And we're gonna use 2 8-ounce portions of cream cheese. As a flavoring, you can add any flavoring you would like. If you're using a specific kind of fruit, you might wanna add the flavoring from that fruit. All right, and now we're ready to put the king cakes together and fill them with our filling. All right, we've got our filling, our cream cheese and powdered sugar filling ready for the king cakes. And our dough has risen. It's ready to be rolled out. So we're gonna cut a portion of the dough. Remember I told you this makes a dough big enough to do a couple of different things. So we just need a small portion of it for our king cake. We're gonna try to flatten it out as flat as we can before we put it through the dough machine. Now this, once again, is a sticky dough, so you have to be careful. And we're gonna have to add a little bit of flour to it before we put it through the machine. All right, and that should be good enough. Let's get a little flour on there. And a little flour on this side. And now we're gonna go into the dough machine. And there we go. It just helps us to flatten it out really fast. You can do it at home with the rolling pin if you'd like. This just makes it a little bit easier. And now our king cake is ready to be filled. We're gonna take the filling and we're gonna put it right in the center of the king cake and spread it. You're gonna grab one of the edges and you're just gonna start rolling. And once you get it started, it'll be a little easier. So you're gonna roll all the way across. Try to make sure it's even all the way so you don't have any ends sticking out. And then we're gonna pull this across. Try to keep all the cream cheese filling on the inside. And now, just like when you were in kindergarten, we're gonna roll it like a snake and kind of stretch it. Not too much, we don't need it too big. And now our dough is ready to be put in the pan. All right, we've got this shaped into the shape of our king cake. Now, at Capone's, we sell king cakes, so we have a tray that's ready to sell and ready to go in the oven. Of course, at home, you would want to put it on a tray that's about this size. We're going to slide it right onto here, and this needs to be covered with some plastic wrap. Now, I put this on the top of the oven. You can put this any warm spot in your house. It's just our ovens are always warm, so it makes a great spot to sit it to rise. And we have leftover dough. And remember I told you when you have leftover dough, you can make cinnamon rolls. So of course I'm gonna show you how to make the filling for cinnamon rolls. We're gonna roll out the extra dough and have breakfast for in the morning also. All right, as I said, we have leftover dough, so we're gonna make cinnamon rolls with cinnamon roll filling. And this is really simple. It's kind of similar to the filling we just made a few minutes ago. It starts out with cream cheese, but this time you only need one piece. And this one also gets butter. We're gonna get this mixing and we're gonna add some powdered sugar. It's gonna be about the same, about 1.5 cups. But of course, this time we're gonna add cinnamon. All right, I'm gonna add just a touch of vanilla to that. And then we're gonna head back to the dough machine and we're gonna roll out the cinnamon rolls.
Jack and Diane's Tattoos, the Gulf Coast premier tattoo studio, featuring the legendary Jack and Diane. We have the largest selection of artwork to choose from. Bring your own or we'll customize something for you. We're open Monday through Saturday from 12 to 9 p.m. body piercing, permanent makeup, specializing in cover-ups. Come on down and see us at 3105 25th Avenue in Gulfport, Mississippi, or call us at 228-864-4764.
Now, with our leftover dough that we had from the king cakes, we're going to roll it out and make the cinnamon rolls. So we want to do the same thing we did before, a little flour, use the rolling pin, and let's get it flattened out. All right, we're going to go in the machine, and I'm going to go back through one more time. All right, now the reason that we went through so many times this time is because we were trying to get a certain shape. Now cinnamon rolls, we want to have, doesn't need to be so long this way, but we want to have length this way to make a big roll, so when we cut it, we'll have good sized cinnamon rolls, not little bitty ones. Now we have our cinnamon mixture. That was the butter, the cream cheese, the cinnamon, and powdered sugar. We've got that all mixed up, and we're going to put that on the dough and spread it out just like we did before. Now what I like to do with the cinnamon rolls, and you don't have to do this, I realize a lot of people have nut allergies, but we love nuts. So I've chosen some pecans. You could use any nut that you like. We're going to sprinkle that in there, and these are the whole pecans. You could chop them if you wanted. And now we're ready to start rolling. Now you're going to get one side. You can see that we've also tried to spread almost all the way to the end. You're going to lose a little bit on the end, but you don't want to lose too much because we worked really hard to make this dough. So we're going to start at the end, and we're going to roll. And see how this is a fatter roll than our king cake roll was. And we want it to be a little bit fatter because we want a nice sized cinnamon roll. Now with a serrated knife, you're going to cut these into cinnamon rolls. We're going to cut off the very end. That part will probably be wasted because we need to make sure that all the cinnamon rolls are filled with the filling. And you're going to put them in a baking dish that you've buttered.